Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to break down a really powerful technique from mystic Neville Goddard that could totally change how you think about time, desire, and, well, everything.
All right, let's just dive right in with a question, and I bet you've felt this one before. Why is it that the things we want the most always seem to be just over the horizon, like they're permanently stuck in the future?
Well, the answer, according to the source material, is actually super simple, but it's also a pretty profound trap we all fall into. As long as you keep telling yourself your desire is coming tomorrow, you're programming it to never arrive today. So that brings us to the first big idea here, what Goddard called the future thinking trap. See, when you say things like, I will be happy or I will be successful, it feels like you're being positive, right? But what you're actually doing, according to this teaching, is hammering home a powerful message to your subconscious that you are not happy or successful right now. And the thing is, creation only happens in the now. Okay, so if thinking about the future is the trap, then what's the way out? Well, this is where it gets kind of mind-bending, but it's the absolute key to the whole thing. You have to stop wishing for your future and start remembering it. I mean, think about it. When you remember what you did yesterday, you're not hoping it happened, are you? You're not striving for it. You just know it's a fact. It's done. And that feeling, that quiet certainty, that feeling of completion, that's the exact energy we're trying to capture here.
And this really breaks down that massive shift in feeling. You're going from this tense, hopeful, uncertain energy of waiting for something to happen to this calm, settled, confident feeling of knowing, oh, that's already a done deal.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. How do you actually do this? Well, Goddard had a pretty cool name for it. He called it a kind of teleportation. Not for your body, but for your consciousness. So here's the three-step process. And the real game changer here isn't about picturing yourself getting what you want. No, it's about mentally slingshotting yourself past that event to a time when having it is totally normal, maybe even a little old hat. And then from that future point, you just remember how it all came together. And this right here, this is probably the most crucial distinction to get. You are not trying to predict the future. You are literally creating a memory of the past. All right, so I know this might sound a little out there. So why does this work? What's the logic behind this seemingly strange technique? Let's break down the mechanics. And boom, this quote right here is the whole engine behind the entire technique. Your subconscious mind, it doesn't know the difference between a real memory and a vividly imagined one. To it, a memory is a fact, period. So, what happens when you feed your subconscious this new fact? It accepts it as reality and immediately gets to work. It starts pulling the levers, rearranging things, people, opportunities, you name it, to make your outside world match this new inside story. Okay, that's the theory. But what does this look like in practice? Let's check out some real-world examples of how you would actually frame these memories. So for money, look at the wording here. It's not, I'm going to get the money. It's, I remember the relief. I remember calling my sister. It's treated like a quiet, settled piece of your personal history. Same thing for health. You're creating a memory of that specific turning point. That moment you got the good news. That feeling of your energy coming back. You're not visualizing a future goal. You're remembering a past victory. And I really like this example for success because it adds that extra layer of realism, time. It's hard to believe that was 6 months ago. See how that makes it feel so much more solid? It's not just a one-off event. It's now woven into the fabric of your life story. Okay, so when you start practicing this consistently, something really incredible starts to shift. It's not just about what you get. It's about who you become. This is where you hit the ultimate level of letting go. You completely stop stressing about the how. I mean, think about it. When you remember something that happened last week, you don't sit around questioning how it happened, right? You just know it did. It's the same principle. You're living from the reality that the result is already a fact. And this quote just nails it. The bridge of events, that's the how, the when, the who, it builds itself. You stop trying to micromanage the universe, and you start trusting that you've already crossed that bridge. It's done. So when you boil it all down, this isn't just some clever mind trick. It's a totally different way of looking at reality. It suggests that time isn't this fixed line we're stuck on, but more like a landscape of infinite possibilities, which leaves us with one heck of a question to think about. What reality are you choosing to remember right now?